So let's jump back into that planner and dedicate a few pages to the guest list. Now this is gonna be your first draft of the guest list, and for this, I want you to write down everyone you would love to have at your wedding if price was no option. List your family, all your cousins, your friends, their girlfriends, their boyfriends, everyone who you might want to be there, and leave plenty of space because this list will probably continue to grow once you realize you've forgotten someone. I personally love using Excel or Google Sheets for this part because it gives you the option of staying organized when you're entering these details in. You'll also save yourself a step when it comes to importing your guest list for making your wedding invitations. We do this just to get a visual of how many people you might potentially have on the big day. So once you think you've got everyone accounted for, total them up and write that number up at the top. If you're like most of us, this list is probably sitting somewhere between like 130 to 250 people. Don't worry, we're gonna consolidate that. Now that you've got that number, I want you to assign $100 to the total number of guests. Does that make you want to throw up? Good. I want you to write that number next to the guest count. That is the average cost per person for the average wedding. This is where you and your partner need to have a serious conversation about what's more important. Do you want to have a more exclusive wedding with a smaller number of people and a fancier setup? Or would you rather have a more simplified but inclusive experience for all of these guests? The important question you need to ask yourself is, can you really connect with 200 wedding guests over a few hours celebration? Or would you be better off celebrating with a more manageable number? Also keep in mind that the number of guests you decide on is going to drastically adjust the budget for food, beverages, party favors, invitations, and pretty much every other detail and aspect of your day. Food alone is going to be one of the largest expenses at your wedding. So now I want you to take that same number of guests and multiply it by $40. This new, much more digestible number is what it would cost for you to have that very inclusive guest count, but at a much more basic wedding. The food options will be limited, the decor is gonna be less fancy, tables, favors, all that more affordable, but ultimately still very possible.